clip real quick, and then we can talk about it.
Look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
A new wrinkle in the viral scandal sweeping social media tonight. Astronomer CEO Andy Byron has been placed on leave. That's him in the, he disappeared. It comes days after a clip from the Coldplay concert in Boston. It caught him on the Jumbotron cozying up with the company's HR chief, Kristen Cabot. That's her. Oh, yeah, she turned around, too. The company opened a formal investigation and says it holds its employees to a high standard.
What's funny about this is that the woman next to her also worked for the company, right? I think cheaters will always get caught. So I'm glad they got caught. That's one thing I do love. But honestly, if the CEO didn't make a big deal, I don't think it would have got so viral. Like if he didn't duck down like a dummy, I don't think it would have got viral. And there's speculations that the wife of the CEO knew he was cheating and basically paid the photographers or the camera guy. It's so many speculations. But what do you guys think about the situation?
They deserve it. Mm-hmm. They deserve to be let go. CEOs and HR representatives have to hold a certain level of moral turpitude, and you have to set an example. And if you cannot set the example or meet the standard of the example, then you have to suffer the consequences. That's why there's a no fraternization policy at certain places, because it's a conflict of interest. So
for me, I think it was planned either by the wife or they wanted to be exposed. I remember something happening in one of my organizations about a same-sex situation, and it was a drop picture, and they were not upset about it. And when I had to address it, then it was like, you did that. You wanted, this is how you want it to come out. So I have that. Either it was by the wife or on that end, or they just wanted it to come out the way it did. Because there's too many people there. It's too open, too bold.
I agree. I muted some of y'all because there's feedback. But one thing I do notice, because the past couple of days I've seen people make comedy jokes about it, about he knew better. But why hasn't there been blowback regarding the human resource chief? Why is he the only one getting so much blowback? That's one thing I don't get. He resigned, but I don't know, maybe, I don't know, did she resign? But I don't think nobody's really giving her as much pushback as they're getting this year. Granted, he's the CEO, he has a higher command, but one, they're both married, both cheating. So why is she not getting as much blowback as he? That's just me. That's my point.
Q, that's an easy question to actually answer. It all goes to that A word. What's it called? Accountability. We hold men to a crazy higher standard than we do to women. And you literally just said it yourself. There's no difference. They were both married. Why is it that we're giving the guy the hard time? We're not really talking about the lady that's in HR. This is her position.
Yeah.
We're not talking anything about that. If any woman on the panel or any man on the panel can make that make sense to me, then it just doesn't make sense, except just the accountability aspect.
Yeah.
I wonder if she really did resign or not, but I believe that there is a hierarchy clause, the person who holds the higher position in the company has a little bit of an intimidation over an employee that has a lower position. So maybe that's why it's not being blasted to that extent. I do think that both of them should be held accountable. And I happen to think that they were not trying to expose themselves, or they wouldn't have hid. They wouldn't have turned around and ducked down.
So all of y'all think that this is justifiable? Everybody is on the same page?
they're firing, yes.
Is there anybody that thinks differently about this?
As long as the human resource lady got held accountable too, then we good. Yeah. They was both bold. You could tell they both in an older generation, because they was kind of cheating like it was 1970. You know, he should have been smarter and had like a little duck off restaurant. You know, like the little duck off restaurants that you take your little, your digs to, and he would have been cool. But he tried to do it real big for the side piece. They was bold. They was tripping.
Or maybe just
I'm interested to know what's the policy,
idea. Just
how the policy is written.
Right. So y'all think that he should lose his job for cheating? I just want to make sure we all on the same page.
It's not.
I think
both of them.
I think they both should be held accountable. If there's something within their clause as a business that says, like, if they broke like a fraternization clause within their company, then they deserve to lose their jobs because they went against their own guidelines. So now they're a liability to the company. That's with anybody that crosses that line with any company, whether you're CEO or not. They both should be held accountable.
I understand corporate guidelines and all of that.
Yeah.
I was working in corporate and all of that. I'm saying on a personal level, from our perspective, not just from what it looks like on a corporate level. Do you guys personally believe that they should have lost their jobs? Is what I'm asking.
Yes.
I don't
No.
I'm saying
It's a moral
Absolutely
issue.
Wait a minute, Anton, are you asking like not just because of their positions, but if you have a
And
job
just in general,
cheating, should you lose your income and your job because you are a cheater? No, but because of the positions that they hold, and they are in positions to terminate their subordinates for the same thing they got caught for.
Yeah.
So if there were situations going on with their employees, she would be the one to say, "We're gonna."
Right. So
How we know they cheating?
They're both married.
I'm saying though, he did. Like,
he has a
hey yo, come on now, come on now.
Wait a minute.
One
Imagine
mic,
if
one mic.
Y'all starting early tonight.
Hold on. He has a good point. How do y'all know what their situation is?
Because we're not blind. When you are obviously showing PDA, and then when it is displayed in a big audience, and you behave in a manner in which you're trying to conceal something, that means you have something to hide. So that's suspicious right there. Then because you are out there, now you're on the internet, people can find out that you're married, you have a relationship, you have a family. Now people know, okay, you're a cheater and you got caught. But what's stupid is that they were showing PDA in a public place. So even if that jumbo cam wasn't there, why are you so comfortable openly cheating, the both of you, on your, not just your spouses, but your families? They have children.
How do y'all know what their situation is at home?
Is he connecting cheating?
Which would then give credence to whether or not they are cheating or not. How do y'all know? Is what I'm saying.
So are we saying that cheating is having sex with each other, or is that what he's considering cheating? So PDA is not cheating.
Listen. I don't subscribe to the same narrative.
Cup and titties too.
No. I don't subscribe to the same narrative as y'all. I'm very old school. Like, in a lot of ways, maybe y'all probably gonna call me misogynistic or whatever. My mindset come from the space where they used to smoke cigarettes on planes. It was the good old boys club where people met their spouses at work, all of that. I believe that you should be able to promote somebody and have sex with them at the same time. Like I am very much in the same vein as all of the old school advertising guys. I don't know if y'all ever seen, I think it was called Mad Men or Made Men or something like that, where they ran an advertising agency. I believe in all of that. I believe in everything. I believe
you don't believe in professionalism in the workplace.
Professionalism in what workplace?
You just said that you should have the right to promote somebody in the workplace.
What I've seen in my life, from the steel mill to the highest in banking, is everybody fucking everybody.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
was about to say at the workplace.
Y'all can sit here and act like y'all don't know nothing. It's 10 people on this panel. I guarantee you somebody fucked somebody at their job on this panel. Don't say never. It's 10 people on this panel. I guarantee you somebody on this panel fucked on somebody at their job. So it may not have been you, But I guarantee you that out of the 10 people on this panel, people been fucking on the job. Now, if you telling me that that's not a thing and it don't take place, like I said, I come from an era where the executive assistant was also your side chick. All right. That's the chick. Listen, she was the one that knew the wife's birthday. She was the one that kept the marriage together. She was the one that understood him better than the wife understood him. She spent the majority of the time with him. I'm from the space. Listen, I have seen women, older women that is older than me, change jobs and positions based off of where they boss go. If he go to a different company, she going with him. That's where the space that I'm from. That she was his AI assistant. So it may not have been talked about out loud. It's just something that everybody understood and everybody knew. And I'm gonna also say this on top of it, and y'all can take it how y'all will. Most women are not good enough or competent enough to be able to compete with men at the highest levels in corporate America. There are few and far between that are dedicated enough, that are smart enough, that have the endurance, that's willing to not have children and sacrifice their lives in order to get there. There are very few women that are qualified to be able, just from an intellectual and an endurance and a competitive standpoint, to be able to compete with the top of men in their spaces. There are some, but very few. But let me also tell you this: most of y'all have got there only because you're a woman, and you might get a bigger leg up if you fucking on a job. There is no job that I've ever been to where I didn't see a woman fucking on a job and getting special privileges or getting a promotion.
Wow, really? Every job you've experienced? Like, what kind of? Well, I would say this. I mean, yeah, there are women who do that, but that is not the type of culture we should be promoting, especially in the workplace. Like reducing women to, like, if you want an advantage or if you want a promotion, you're gonna have to have sex with me. Like that's something we shouldn't be advocating for. We shouldn't be supporting. If we're gonna say it's gonna be fair, then let me earn that position. Don't tell me I'll be guaranteed the position if I give you some. That's very unprofessional.
Well, here's the thing.
It's an HR nightmare. You know what I mean? Like you're a liability to the company when you do stuff like that.
Here's the thing, I'm cool with that. I don't have a problem.
Why are you cool with that?
I'm cool with what you said for you. You don't want me to agree with you?
No. I was asking you, why are you cool with that kind of behavior?
I'm cool with you saying, listen, I'm not fucking on the job and promote me based off of my merits. Yeah. But if you just so happen to hit a ceiling because you're just not good enough, then you should stay where you are. Don't ask for no promotion if you're not good enough too. Because what we've also seen, and this is not specific to you, this is just in general, what we've also seen is that women get mad because they feel like they deserve it just because they them, or they feel like they should make equal pay as their counterparts, and that's not how it works at the highest level of corporate America.
Yeah, no, so I'm not asking that.
What we also need women to do is understand that they're not good enough too in most situations, all right? But for the women that's willing to fuck, don't criticize them.
It's not a criticization. It's very unprofessional and toxic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get what you're saying. Like, okay, I'm not asking to be given anything. I clearly said, like, if I'm in the workplace, let my work show for the reason why I'm deserving of this promotion. Not because you like me. You like me. I'm sorry?
What if you're not deserving of a promotion? Are you willing to accept that too?
Sure. If my work ethic doesn't align with why I deserve a promotion, then don't promote me.
But see, that's where you're missing it, because it's not always about just work ethic. Getting to the highest levels is also when it comes to company culture, being somebody that people want to work with, whether or not you
that all comes with work ethic.
All of that. It's not just work ethic.
But like being able to work with
others is a part. How you get there.
Right, but being able to work well with others is a part of work ethic.
I think
You willing to spend an extraordinary amount of time outside of work building those relationships with people that you work with?
I think going to after work events with colleagues.
Not after work events. It's after hours, all of that.
No, that's where I draw the line, because that's not professional. That's not. Why would I be going?
Most deals are made on a golf course.
Okay, that's a golf course. You just said after hours.
That's after hours. It's on
hours.
Saturdays. It's on
Okay,
Sundays.
after hours,
It's
I'm
being out of
thinking late
town.
night.
It's missing your family. It's a lot that goes
Okay,
into that.
well,
100%.
Okay, well, it sounded like you were saying after hours, late night on a golf course on a Saturday afternoon. Sure, I've done that before. I always say we should always be on the golf course because that's where a lot of business deals and money is made. That is in conjunction with professionalism and work ethic. I'm talking about specifically being subjected to having to have sex with somebody that is my superior in order to be promoted to a higher position. When that should just be based on if I'm worthy of the position.
I don't think that any woman should have to do anything that they don't want to do. But I also agree with the ones that decide that they want to put in extra work,
which is sleep with their boss to get ahead.
If that's what they want to do. Listen, wait. Why should we limit people's choices?
Well, didn't we have this discussion with the Joy Bryant thing? Wasn't y'all upset because it was found out that she was like screwing her way to the top? Didn't y'all have a big issue with her because of
let me correct you. I don't even want you to go down that path wrong because you're so wrong.
Okay, I thought that's what it was.
We were upset at the fact that she was. No, it's not a good point because we were upset.
I was upset at her for fucking her way to the top.
You're not listening. You're still wrong, and you're not listening.
Oh, okay.
We were upset as men that she was alleging that she would Me Too and falsely accuse a man if she got fired in order to keep her job. That's what we were
draw the line.
That was the only thing y'all were mad about.
That's what we draw the line.
We don't care what she.
That was literally the conversation.
I was there for the conversation.
Yeah, so was I.
And she tried to flex like
that was
in the lawsuit. She said that she would Me Too.
We had that conversation. Come on.
She would Me Too. No. Listen, there's two things that we were upset about. We were upset about the fact that we kept holding guys accountable for being falsely accused for things that they didn't do by women that was willing to do it, number one. And it wasn't equal across the board while women were trying to hold men accountable because y'all wasn't going at Joy the same way that y'all was going at Shannon Sharp or Skip Bayless or all of these other guys. And then number two, we were also holding her accountable for allegedly saying that she would Me Too somebody and say that they did something against their will.
I remember that part.
Voluntarily in order to keep her job. Those were the two issues. It had nothing to do whether she was fucking or not. Most of us automatically assume.
I don't know, Q. Don't you remember a difference?
Most of us assume that most of these women is fucking anyway.
But no, Anton, we did talk about her effing her way to the top. But if that's the case, Anton, if we're worried about her Me Tooing, right? There's a reason why they have the notes. No, that does matter because there's a reason there's no fraternization because of women like her. So if the human resource chief,
because y'all got jealous, y'all got jealous.
That's because of other women.
Let's say this situation didn't happen, right? Let's say she didn't get caught. Let's say something happened and she got fired. Now she can say, well, the CEO, we were having an affair. She can come back and say all this bullcrap and put it on him. There's a reason why we have these things in place. So both of them cross the line.
Right, but people
that's the reason why we were that. But again, take your L. If you get fired, you get fired. It is what it is. But the point is that listen, no men, nowhere ever was complaining and saying no fraternizing with the employees. You never heard that from a man. You never seen him advocate against it. You never seen him marching for it. You never seen men saying it.
That's because
because they benefit from it.
No. Y'all said we. And when you said we, you said this is the reason why. We said that. We never said nothing. We understood the game. We also understood that women got an unfair advantage a lot of times, but we didn't trip about it because we just that's just the way that it is. Women got an unfair advantage in this way, men got unfair advantages in this way. That's the way that it is. We didn't trip. Women got mad because they wasn't the ones getting chose or they wasn't the ones that was getting fucked and getting the opportunities. And so women got mad at other women that was moving up. And so a lot of times y'all wouldn't even know for sure, but you would automatically assume the women that was moving up because they was pretty and they was gorgeous and the guys chose them the same way that they do in real life and relationships and everything else, that they was moving up, and y'all automatically got mad at it and y'all said no fraternization with the employees. That's what really happened. Men controlled everything. Listen, this no fraternization thing is newer. This is a newer concept. when men were in power and men was in control and the majority of the positions in corporate America, especially the highest levels, when it was the good old boys club, nobody was tripping. Everything was good. We all had a good time. Nobody got fired and everybody got a bag.
When did that start?
Now we got all these goddamn rules.
When did it start?
And we had to put in rules in order to accommodate a bunch of women that came into the workplace
Well,
that
because
wasn't supposed to be there in the first place.
Well,
Yeah,
I would
that's
argue
not
that,
going on.
that it became a
Good old
problem.
boys did.
When did it start becoming a problem? What specific incident happened that started this Me Too?
Well,
Anybody remember?
We started promoting
started Me
y'all
Too movement.
and giving y'all diversity, equity, and inclusion, and giving y'all positions based off of the fact that y'all was women, and we had to balance out the power dynamics to make y'all happy, and we let y'all
Obama.
vote.